On January 23, 2026, Minneapolis transformed into a flashpoint in a national fight over immigration enforcement. Tens of thousands of people turned out in some of the coldest weather of the year to march, chant, and strike, demanding fundamental change. This is the story of the Day of Truth and Freedom, an extraordinary moment when a city decided enough was enough. But this protest didn't happen in a vacuum. It was the culmination of weeks of growing outrage after the fatal shooting of Renee Good, Minnesota resident, by an ICE agent earlier that month. That incident, tragic and avoidable, alongside aggressive federal immigration enforcement, locally known as Operation Metro Surge, galvanized the community. Suddenly, faith leaders, labor unions, and everyday Minnesotans saw their common ground clearly. It wasn't just about policy changes anymore, it was about people. As one marcher bundled against the sub-zero wind put it, "We're here for justice and for our neighbors. This is about standing up for the vulnerable." Organizers dubbed the coordinated effort the Day of Truth and Freedom. The strategy was revolutionary, an economic blackout meant to send a message beyond the march itself. People were asked to stay home from work, skip school, and refrain from shopping in solidarity with immigrant communities. And the city responded across Minneapolis and the entire Twin Cities area. Hundreds of businesses, both large and small, closed their doors for the day, displaying signs of support. The streets that usually pulsed with commerce lay strangely empty, a powerful visual statement. The B-roll told the story, handmade protest signs proclaiming "ICE out" and "Justice for Renee Good." Thousands bravely faced temperatures that dipped near -20 degrees Fahrenheit. The cold was a defining feature of the day, a constant reminder of the commitment required to participate. By midday, the streets were packed. This wasn't a small gathering. It was a movement. A lively, determined crowd filled the arteries of the city, winding through downtown Minneapolis and converging on key rally points, including the Target Center Arena. Estimates placed the crowd easily in the tens of thousands. The demands were clear and unwavering. Organizers spoke passionately, stating, "We're demanding ICE leave Minnesota. We're demanding accountability for violence. And we're demanding an immediate end to aggressive enforcement tactics that tear our families apart." The resistance wasn't limited to the streets. At the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport, about 100 clergy members enacted a powerful act of civil disobedience. They were peacefully arrested during a sit-in, urging airlines to stop cooperating with deportation flights, adding moral weight to the day's actions. The sight of faith leaders being led away sent shockwaves through the local community, amplifying the urgency of the movement. Despite the bitter, biting cold, pockets of profound human connection unfolded throughout the day. Neighbors shared hot food, distributed hand warmers, and offered genuine solidarity. Demonstrators came from every corner of life. Union members standing shoulder to shoulder with students, faith leaders marching alongside longtime residents, and immigrant families leading the charge. This wasn't just a protest, it was a powerful act of community building. As one marcher reflected the snow crunching underfoot, "It's about standing together. This isn't just about Minnesota's past, it's about our future." What began as a localized protest grew into something much bigger, what many are calling a general strike, representing one of the largest displays of organized resistance to federal immigration policy in recent Minnesota history. The movement forced the country to look at Minneapolis in a new light, not just a cold northern city, but a community taking a resolute stand for justice and human dignity, enduring the fiercest cold to protect its own. The Day of Truth and Freedom, January 23, 2026, proved that when communities mobilize, even in the deepest freeze, the heat of their conviction can change the conversation. Thank you for watching. If you want to keep following how this movement develops, please subscribe and hit that notification bell.